I'll go to school, I'll go to college, I'll go to university, I'll do a master's, I'll do a PhD. Okay, what's next? My drive for science wasn't particularly about the research question, it was about the techniques. I didn't feel like the conventional academic track fit me. I wanted to be on a technical track. Most people have touched a microscope at some point, whether you were just looking at a fly's wing or something like that. I remember those classes at school, and most people have used a very small compound microscope within their classes. My microscopes don't look anything like that, but the concepts are the same, that I'm looking at small things. You could see in detail an insect or something like that. Now I'm looking at single cells, I'm going down much smaller than that. The whole point of the science around that is actually analysing those pictures or those movies to get quantitative data about how things are moving, or whether two things are in the same space at the same time, or how an immune cell kills a virus, for example. You can use microscopy as a tool to study any of that. I don't think I've looked at this in about 20 years. It's all where I left it. In the right places. I got a Meccano kit from my dad. I don't remember what age, but I certainly remember probably 10, 12, kind of listening to the top 40 and building stuff in Meccano. That was kind of, you know, that weekend afternoon activity.
This is like really testing me now.
That's kind of how I got into the idea of building microscopes and things like that. It wasn't such a foreign concept. I'm using screws, I'm using a spanner, you're just putting things together. So you don't necessarily have the instruction packet like you do in Meccano, but that's the exciting thing. You're going off and building something for a purpose, and you have to come up with the instruction manual yourself. I want to be able to make this manual for someone else to do the same thing.
None of this stuff's easy. Half a helicopter.
The historic connotations around the word technician is that they're a support staff or a resource to be used within a research setting, rather than themselves driving innovation or carrying that expertise that otherwise researchers wouldn't have. Often you're not directly managed by another technical expert, you might be directly managed by an academic who then is not necessarily aware that you can apply for grants, you can be a co-author, you can do all of these things. Grant applications, they're favourably looking at ones that have what they call research technical professionals. So technician, technical expert, having those as authors or investigators on those grants just means that the research can be more thorough, more robust, more well documented. It's all about the culture of good research at the end of the day.